So I think it's safe to go ahead and get started. I think we're going to have some stragglers today. So right now, let me make sure everything is good on my end. So welcome everyone to the mobile apps of CINC. This webinar happens every first Tuesday of the month where we will go over our top 3 mobile applications, which are all free. So hopefully you guys are already using them if you've downloaded them. But definitely recommend that you go ahead and get those apps up and running, especially after this training today. I'm happy to answer all questions. If you think of something along the way, please don't hesitate to just type it into the chat box. And if I'm able to address it at the moment, I will. But I definitely make sure that we have some time at the end. But as you can see on the slide here, my name is Charming. Yes, it is my real government name. So I will do my best to make sure I live up to that for you guys. And I'm one of the training manager team leads here. So we'll just jump right in. All right, so one of the first apps that I want to talk to you guys about is our Commissions Inc. for Agents app. So what does this app do? This app is going to allow you to manage your leads on the go and do so in a timely fashion. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up our prototype here, and it's going to require me to switch screens. And this is what that mobile app should look like. So pretty much what happens is hopefully you guys have already had the opportunity to go through some type of training. One of the training calls that we go over is going to be a best practice call that you'll do with your trainer. And if you haven't been set up on one, definitely reach out to your success partner. But right now, we are looking at that Commissions Inc. app. It's able to allow you to manage your leads on the go. So you don't have to be behind a desk or in the office. There's no excuse. Anytime those leads come in, one of CINC's best practices is making sure that you are following up with those leads as quickly as possible. And ideally, that's going to be within the first 5 minutes of being alerted that a new lead has been assigned to you. When that happens and you're out and about, those new leads will appear in this very first area that says P1, call new leads. Anybody that comes in here is a lead that has not been touched yet. They are still unworked and just waiting on you to reach out to them and get connected right away. Right underneath that P1, you'll see another box that says F1 follow up today. That F stands for follow up in general. So anybody that you have said, I have had a personal and valuable real estate conversation with, those leads will fall into this particular category. And your goal is to make sure that you call them and then set reminders for yourself following up for the future. The next box here that says priority and save filters, these are going to be your save filters that really align and give you structure to your day. So again, if some of this information is unfamiliar to you, please reach out to your success partner so we can make sure that we get you on a best practice call to go over what the importance of this priority and save filters area is. The appointments is pretty self-explanatory, so any lead that you have marked to follow up with as far as an appointment is concerned, those will be listed here. And any of your overdue tasks and your reminders are going to be in the yellow and green area. If I scroll down a little further, we have our pipeline section. I really enjoyed this visual because it allows you to see just how many leads you have categorized in each section. One thing I like to look out for, and I tell my clients all the time, that if you ever see a bottleneck where you have more leads in attempted contact than you do in contacted, that means we need to be having more conversations. So more dials should be made. So you should always have more people contacted than not. If I keep scrolling down here, we have our activity feed, which is just going to give you a general area where you can go and see all activity on the website, whether it's activity from you as an agent or a broker / site owner, or just any activity that's going on with your leads in general, from them looking at property views, for them updating their saved search information. We'll have all of that listed right here for you. Where it says online users, one of my favorite areas, this is going to give you the opportunity to see anybody that you are assigned to as an agent if they're currently and physically online at the moment. You can click on that online users and it'll show you the list of the names of any leads that are actively on your website. And if their name does appear here, You can simply click on the name and you can live chat them while they're physically on your site. So a really good feature to use if you are, looking for a hot lead, or maybe you've been struggling to get in contact with somebody, or maybe just in general, hey, Julia is on the website right now. This might be the great time for me to reach out to her while she's hot. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, it'll just show you your individual statistics. So any new leads that have come in that are assigned to you, your response time, number of calls that you have physically made from the mobile app, and then notes, emails that you have left behind. From here, I'm going to hit the leads dashboard, and this is just going to be a really condensed version of what the platform on the desktop version looks like. If you have an Android, at the top of your screen, this area is going to look a little bit different to you. So instead of seeing the word filters, you'll actually see an icon that represents filters. Instead of seeing the word actions, you'll see a plus sign that represents an action. Clicking on the action will allow you to add new leads, send out text messages, send out emails, things of that nature. So it's just like an area where you can do different tasks. The filters is going to allow you to filter down your leads dashboard view. So maybe you're wanting to see people who registered between the last 3 to 6 months. Maybe you want to see people who are all pre-qualified. You can use the filters area here to narrow down those specific groups of leads that you want to see. If I swipe from right to left, this is going to allow you the opportunity to directly text the lead from the app, or go ahead and give them a phone call right away. What's awesome about calling anybody from the mobile app is that not only will we actually update the pipeline stage from new lead status to attempted contact automatically, but the mobile app will also document a call note on your behalf as well. Keep in mind that anybody that you have physically and had a valuable conversation with about purchasing a home, it will not move them from new lead status to contacted. You would actually have to manually move that to contacted on your own. So hopefully I didn't lose you there. So again, it automatically does it from new lead to attempted, but anything beyond attempted, you have to manually move yourself. Going across this way is going to be your activity column. So if you're familiar with the inside of the leads dashboard on the computer, this is going to show you their save search, favorites, inquiries, property views. Over here, where it looks like a little raindrop, this is going to be able to show you if this lead is currently on a drip campaign. Down the left side here, where we see these little blue circles, or green and blue circles, are going to be where all of your labels will end up if you decide to apply leads with different labels that you've created. You'll also see this source from where they came from. And this star with the number next to it, that's going to be the quality score. That number can range from anywhere from 0 to 100. And a good quality score is about 70 and above. And what helps to make up that number is going to be how engaged and how active is this lead on your website. Are they looking at multiple properties? Do they have several saved searches? How high is their price range? The higher their price range is, the higher that quality score is as well. And the purpose of the quality score is just to give you a general idea of who is more likely to convert. So just something to kind of keep in mind when you're taking a quick view at this side of the mobile app. If you click on the name of the lead, it's going to open up their profile here. In the upper right corner, there is a button that says Send App. We're actually going to get ready and go over that app in just a second, but this is the Etta app, which is the mobile version of your website. If you click this, as long as Blanche here has a good working phone number, you can actually automatically invite them to download the mobile version of your site via text. Right here in the center where it says searching for a home with 2+ beds, this is going to be your save search information. You can actually update price range and beds and baths here. It's minimal adjustments. I want to say that our product team is currently in the middle of making it a little bit more robust in this area as far as being able to adjust location, but this is where you can do the basics here. If I scroll down further, of course, you have the pipeline stage along with the agent assigned to the lead. You also have their contact details. what's really neat about the phone number, let's say you have been engaging and consistently speaking with a lead. If you click on the phone number, the last option at the bottom is going to say, hey, do you want to assign or add this lead to your personal phone book? You could say yes, and you can create a contact in your cell phone. Hitting the activity feed, this is just another area where you're able to see their property view. So right here, this person has one view and one favorite. So it's this lead's individual activity on your website. And then of course we have notes, save searches, reminders. If you see the property views area, I really like this. You can see their specific views. And if you notice, there's going to be an empty checkbox right here. If you select that checkbox, a little email icon will appear in the upper right corner, and you can actually send this particular property to the lead. And it's really great because now you are actually communicating with the lead off of a property that they may have viewed 3 or 4 times, and when they receive that email, they're saying, oh my God, Charming is great. How did she know I looked at this house 5 times? And that's just another way that you can hopefully engage with the lead. If I keep scrolling down here, you also get to see any plans, any statistics from the lead, who it's been assigned to, who it's been removed from, any drip campaigns, and any appointments. If I go to the next area here that says inbox, this is going to keep a record. Now we have actually recently updated the app so it doesn't say messenger and email anymore. It's actually going to read email and ETA messages. So again, the emails are self-explanatory. So any email conversations or threads that you've had with the lead, all of those will be listed here. The ETA messenger is not going to be text messages, but it's just going to be those instant messages that you have had between utilizing the CINC Agent mobile app and then your lead utilizing that ETA app. So that's what's going to be listed here. If I go to the calendar, pretty self-explanatory. So any open houses, any showings, any type of private meetings that you have placed on the calendar will all show here. I will point out that this is the kind of viewing that it will be. So you'll always be able to see all of your appointments at one time in kind of a scrolling view. You're not able to look at it like a week by week kind of thing. So just in case you have any questions in the future on why it's listed this way, that's just kind of the way that they have it set up right now. If I select more, this is going to give you the ability to send us feedback, and we highly encourage you to do so. If you have any suggestions on what can help improve or make your experience a little bit better on the mobile app, definitely hit send app feedback, and it'll go directly to our product team for updates. And then if you have questions, some type of technical glitches, hit call customer support. It'll go directly to our support team. Okay, that's pretty much it with the CINC Agent mobile app. The next app that we're going to talk about is ETA. Like again, I mentioned earlier, it's the app that is solely for CINC leads only, meaning that they have to be registered and signed up on a CINC website in order to have permission to actually use and download this app. So this app is 100% invite only. It's also located in the welcome email that they'll receive. So they'll see this pretty much this icon here. A lot of the times the leads, if they read, they will see it right away. And you guys as agents and site owners and brokers will actually see this symbol on your leads dashboard. And if you ever see that symbol pop up, that's letting you know that that lead is actually downloaded the app and utilizing that to view your website. So this app allows them to kind of discover and discuss and organize communication with you guys. But it can also be sent out via text or email. And like I said, the crown is just a visual indicator to let you know if they are utilizing it. So let me go back. And this is kind of what the ETA app looks like for them. So at the very top, they can type in a location. We're going to show them any properties that meet their save search criteria, which is located right below. And all of the ones that have the hearts on them, that will let you know that those are properties that they have favorited. They can hit their filters and adjust the save search parameters. They can also decide to take a look at this in a list format, which is the same thing. So they can go via map or list, and it'll show the exact same information where they can quickly dislike or like a property. If I go to the properties button, if you guys have had the opportunity to actually go through the very first phone call in the training series, we actually go over something called the consumer experience. Inside the consumer experience, there is an option for the lead to create a notebook. In their personal notebook, it allows them to invite whoever they want to be a part of their notebook option. So pretty much that's going to be like a mom, a dad, a spouse, a friend, a family member to help them make a decision in purchasing a home. And they pretty much have access to all of the properties that they have viewed and seen while they were on the website. So with that being said, this is the leads properties notebook area. At the very top, we will actually recommend searches based off of their saved search information and what they've been viewing. So we'll put that at the top for them. And then at the bottom, we will actually also just kind of keep an area of any properties that they have considered to be their favorites. We also recently made an update where the lead not only has the ability to opt in when they register on your front of your site for text messages, but they also can opt in to receive alerts via the ETA app or text message alerts, where if one of the properties that they favorite, so 1591 Piedmont Avenue, gets an update within the MLS, they will automatically get a notification from that alert if they've opted into that. Going to hit inbox here, and pretty much kind of like the CINC agent app, it's the same area. So the messenger is going to be the area between the lead and their assigned CINC agent person, where they can keep a record of their conversation. It also keeps a record of conversations that they have between all of the people or their loved ones that they have allowed to see their private notebook. So Nicholas, Bob, Emily, and two more here. Obviously, this is a family, and they have been commenting on specific properties that that lead has liked. Email is going to be standard email conversations between the lead and you. And then, of course, the account area. So what's really cool about the Edit app is they can make it unique to them. So again, they can invite their friends to download it to be a part of their CINC agent, or excuse me, their personal notebook. But they can also, like you would any social media profile, upload a photo, and they can update their information here. Where it says my agents, this is going to be where you as the agent, that's where your information is. So it really allows them to feel connected, like they have a personalized person or representative that is for them. So pretty easy, straightforward information. And then the last app that we'll go over is going to be the Open Houses by CINC, which is one of my favorite apps. So what does this app allow you to do? It allows you to capture contact information of anybody interested in purchasing a home in any type of live event. It doesn't have to be just an open house. It could be a networking event that you've put together, but this is going to be great for you to eliminate pen, paper, things of that nature, and we can capture all of their contact details right on the app. Now, the catch is with the Open Houses app, you are only able to utilize it if you have a iPad or an Android tablet. It does not work on your cell phone. So go to your either Google Play Store or the App Store, download Open Houses by CINC, and this is the first thing that you'll see. You'll utilize your same login credentials to get set up. Once you've signed in, the very first thing that you'll see is the total amount of open houses that you've hosted. So of course, right away, it'll say 0, but it'll also show you the total amount of leads that have come from any open houses. To the right, you have the ability to decide whether or not you want any of your attendees to be automatically placed on an open houses drip campaign, and if you'd also like to send them a welcome email afterwards for coming. You'll notice that both of these have toggles where you can turn it on or off, so you don't have to use it if you don't want to. And then right below that, you have the qualification questions. These are pretty much the same questions that a lead will answer on the front of the site, but the good thing is here, you don't have to require them to answer them all. Maybe there are 2 or 3 that are the most important to you. Again, you'll still have the option to toggle on the ones that are your favorites. If you'd like to customize your own question, you absolutely can do so. Hit add over here at the bottom, but just make sure that whatever your question is going to yield a yes or no response. Going back down here, it's going to show you a list of your open house rosters, just kind of keeps a record over the past 30 days. So if you ever need to review who may have attended an open house at any point, you can always click on it. It'll show you your open houses. When you find the one that you're looking for, it's going to show you the list of all of the leads that attended that open house, along with their basic contact details and all of the questions and the answers to those pre-qualifying questions. When you are ready, you can hit start new open house. It's going to ask you, would you like to utilize your location to find it? You'll say yes, and it's going to bring up a list of all of the properties around you. If it doesn't come up right away, you can go ahead and enter in the email, or excuse me, not the email address, but the street address, and you can find it that way. And then when you're ready, you'll just hit start open house. This is what the lead will see. So a nice little welcome sign with the price range, beds, bathrooms, and square feet. Down below, it will show pictures of the home, which they do have the opportunity to thumb through if they need to. And then they can hit check in when they're ready. They'll start filling out those questions you already have set up for them. So here's their contact details here. And then tell us about yourself. So do they have a house to sell? Are they a first-time home buyer? Time frame to buy? Are they pre-qualified? Are they in contract with an agent? When they're done, they'll get the thanks for stopping by, and they'll hit done, and it automatically defaults back to the welcome screen, and they can pass the device to the next person. Once your open house has ended, you can just hit the X. You'll be prompted to put in your password, hit verify, and then once you get connected back into a Wi-Fi network, the information that was stored will be linked back to CINC. The leads pipeline stage will come in as contacted because we're assuming you've already had a conversation with them. And then the source will read open house. And then you're good to go. Are there any questions? And again, if you have some, go ahead and type it into the chat and I can answer them there. No questions from anyone? All right. So just in case, if you ever need to find an open houses app or any of the mobile app kind of pre-recorded information, or need help in general with some of our topics, this is what it looks like inside of your leads dashboard. You'll click on the help button here, and then I just want you to hit where it says CINC Help Center. This is going to be keyword based. It'll look like this. And then you'll just type in whatever topic you're looking for. So again, if you want to learn about save filters or maybe something to dealing with drip campaigns, go ahead and utilize our help centers. We have our pre-recorded videos there. Any of your teammates that may not have been able to attend this webinar or any of our other live webinars, this is where they're able to register for our future webinars there. And then if you ever need to request a webinar, and you know what the topic is, you just weren't able to attend, make sure to email us at trainingmanagers@cincpro.com, and we will send it over the most recent webinar right away. So if there aren't any other questions, that's pretty much all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for attending, and I look forward to speaking to you next month.